The most successful people in life do things even when they don't want to. That's what sets them apart. Even if they don't want to do something, they do it anyway. If you wait until you feel like doing something to get started, you're probably not going to get started. Well, since you need to do something, and we all do if we want to be successful, and I know you want to be successful, we all do, well, I've learned a little trick. This little trick is to make it fun. Everything in life that you do, you can make it more enjoyable. You can have some level of fun at it. You can make it challenging. There's a lot of things you can do, but it's your decision. You're going to say, I'm going to have a ball at this. Since I'm going to do it anyway, I'm going to have fun at it. That alone will make things more fun if you decide to have fun at it. But on this video, I'm going to go into some different tips on how you can make everything fun. Okay, so one thing you can do is you can turn it into a game. You know, a game is something that some people like different games. Some people are really big gamers, some are not. But turn whatever you do into a game that is enjoyable for you. Make it fun. Now, think about this with SuccessTek, is we made it fun. We gamified it. What does that mean? When you create a vision, you get rewarded for that. Why did we do that? Because people are looking at their streaks. They're looking at how many points they're getting for doing activities that will change their life, make them more successful. We made it fun. So you can compete with yourself. You can compete with others. Again, sometimes you may not want to be competing with anyone else, but it's that self-competition. But you can turn something into a game. Here's another way. Add music to something. Some people love music. Do you love music? Well, if you're going to do something, add some music to it. Music that gets you inspired, that lets you grow. Now, whenever I'm exercising, music, I like music. Music is good. My daughter and I, she'll turn on a music mix if we're working out together at times, and it makes that time fly by. And we'll talk about the music, and oh, that's a good one. We haven't heard that one in a long time, or whatever it is. And we'll have that time fly by. You can put in your headset or your ear pods and you can listen to music. You know, you can also dance around and be goofy. And I'll just use this like on exercise because sometimes exercise may not be the most fun, but if we're exercising together, I'll start showing my daughter my moves. And I say that they are pretty moves. They're like, oh my goodness. She goes, don't show anyone that, Dad. I'm like, don't worry. This is just, and I'm doing it to be goofy because it's fun. We make it fun. We laugh. So you know what? Do something to make whatever you're going to do that you may not be looking forward to fun. You can also change your perspective. You can start focusing on something else. Why am I doing this? Look at all the benefit that's going to come from that. I'm going to grow. I'm going to make more money. I'm going to get in better shape. I'm going to have more energy. I'm going to have a better relationship. Focus on all the value. Change your perspective. If you change your perspective on something, it can change it and make it a lot more enjoyable on why you're doing this. Focus on why you're doing it. It's very important to think about what are you getting out of this. That can make it really, really fun. How about a social element? You can do something with a friend. You can say, I'm going to exercise with someone else because if I do it on my own, it's not fun. Sometimes you might be better at something on your own. There's a lot of things I personally like to do on my own. I want to be uninterrupted, but there's other things that are more enjoyable when you're sharing them with someone. And you can have a social element in that. You can celebrate with a team, with a group. You can do so much more sometimes with a friend to get yourself to do it. You know, we were talking about this on a coaching call not too long ago. And you can reward yourself. Now, some people say, you know what, well, let me just share something I heard on that same interview with Michael Phelps. He was saying when he would hit some sort of a goal that they would set, his reward was then he could go out and buy something. So for him, that was his reward. Other people, it may be buying something, it could be going somewhere, it could be eating a special dessert if you lose so much weight. Whatever it is, reward yourself. Sometimes little rewards after something make that task so much more fun. So reward yourself. That can be really great. Just thinking about the reward many times can be really enough to push you through, like, if I just do this, then tomorrow I'm going to eat that big old meal. And if you're trying to lose weight, that might not be the best reward for you. But the reality is you might be looking forward to it. So think about that. Just even little treats or big treats will sometimes make something a whole lot more enjoyable. So what about humor? Laugh. Have fun. Laugh at yourself. We're funny as people. We make mistakes. We think we're all serious and then we blow it or whatever it might be, but laugh. You know, that's one thing with my family and people close to me. Sometimes we laugh at the silliest things. They don't even make sense. Why are you laughing at that? It's like, but why not? We just join in and laugh together. Why? Because why not? It makes it more enjoyable and more fun. So have humor. Laugh at things. Don't be so serious. And I've been so serious at times in my life, I took all the joy out of something that I really wanted to do. Because if I didn't do it perfectly, if I didn't exercise, let's say, every single day and I missed one day, I'd beat myself up. I'd feel terrible. That's not fun. So you know what? Laugh at yourself now. Now I laugh back at those days. What a fool I was on being too serious, not having a ball. So you know what? Joke about it. Make some challenges. You can basically challenge yourself and other people with different things. Okay, so let me change something here. You also can change your environment. So if you're not having fun, look at your environment. Look at maybe you don't like where you're working. So maybe you need a window to look outside. Maybe you need to go for a walk. That would be changing your environment. That I've been cooped up all day. Or maybe changing your environment could be hanging pictures on the wall. That you can change things around you. You can become a lot more motivated, have a lot more fun when you change the things in your immediate environment. You can also be creative. There's a lot of creative people around me. They think of all sorts of fun ways to do things, like, and I'll tell you, when I've written my vision statements, I'm not as creative as a lot of people. I just write it. I get really clear. It's crystal clear to me, and that works. Other people, they make vision boards like crazy. I mean, I look at theirs and go, wow, that is so creative. That's so much better than what I do. Well, if you're creative, use that to your ability or to your enhancement, to enhance what you're doing. But if you're not creative, don't choose that one. But another thing you can do when you're creative is, I might be working with someone and I'll doodle. And doodling for other people may not be creative, but I'm in a long conversation. I have a piece of paper, pen in hand. I become an okay artist by I start out with something that is nothing and then I change it, and pretty soon I'm like, wow, that looks pretty cool. But I'm talking to someone and I am paying attention, but I'm just doodling. Sometimes that will help you to have more fun doing something. So it's kind of amazing. There's so many different things we can do. You can set personal challenges. Personally, again, because I don't know if you had fun doing this or not, but since I just watched that interview with Michael Phelps, I'll use it here. You can set personal challenges. And they did that a lot with their goals. Here's where we're at time frame wise. Well, they would set personal challenges. You know, I do that a lot myself all the time. How can I get better at something? Maybe I'm lifting weights and I do 10 reps. Well, I want to get to 11. And maybe the next week I can't. Maybe it's 2 or 3 weeks and now I can finally do 11 reps. It's like, no, but I'm going to hit 15 eventually. Set some personal challenges. All of that makes what you're doing more worthwhile. You can also be really grateful. And when you start being grateful for what you're doing, what you have, you can start having more fun with it. I'm grateful that I even get to do this, even if I just made some mistakes. Even if it's hard, even if I don't want to do it, I'm grateful that I get to do this. And many times I've had like 10 hours worth of appointments back to back. It's like, that's a lot of work, a lot of energy, because I give a lot whenever I'm coaching, training, or consulting, or in our own team meetings. But back to back, sometimes that's a lot of energy. And you know what? Sometimes I'm looking at that and I'm not really grateful for it. Instead, if I go, I am so grateful. Every one of these people, I get to impact their life. They're impacting my life. I'm doing what I love to do. It makes it a lot more fun. I know that it's what I really want to be doing. Even if all those meetings are not the most fun thing to do, I decide before I go into them, I'm going to have a ball at it. I'm not going to really have a bad time. And it's kind of funny. I want you to think about how simple and easy this really is. Since you're going to be doing things, like I mentioned in the very beginning of this video, and you're going to need to do them anyway, even not the super fun things at times, decide to enjoy them. Just make a decision. I'm going to have fun. That one thing alone, making a decision, makes everything better. So I'm going to challenge you right now to think about what are some things that maybe you aren't looking forward to. And I want the challenges for you to think about it in advance. How can I make it more fun? How can I enjoy it? And write down a few things. Get clear and then go implement that. So have fun. This life we only go through one time. And you know what? If we're going to go through it, why not have a ball? And even if it's something you're not looking forward to, have a ball anyway. But I'm going to challenge you to have fun. Look at what you're doing. Figure out how to have fun. And I hope this helps. With that, have an awesome rest of your day. And as always, remember to expect success. Thanks.